Hello and welcome to the Sunday Afternoon Modular. When it comes to Eurorack cases, there is a ton of options available. Small ones, medium-sized ones, big ones, gigantic ones, made out of plastic, of wood, even aluminium. They sometimes come with a power supply and sometimes without. Now, with power supply I mean the whole, including the busboard where you connect your modules to. And this brings me to the topic of this video. In general, there are two types available. Permanently installed busboards, like in the Deptford cases, and flying busboards, like the Tip-Top Audio USUS provides. Flying busboards usually come with an external power supply, where the permanently installed busboards either have an internal or external power supply. But what are the pros and cons of those power supplies? Now, if you buy a case without a power supply, you might be tempted to get the flying busboard. It is often very affordable and easy to install. When it comes to internal and external power supplies, I do like the external ones because they are easy to replace, and because they tend to have a lower interference than internal power supplies. The internal power supplies, on the other hand, are very practical when you have a big case, because you only have to plug in one cable and that's it. When I started, I had 3 Tip-Top Audio Happy Ending kits with 4 USUS power modules in a rack. Each of the USUS modules has its own power adapter, which means you are in need of a power strip. Not really a problem, but every time you want to expand your rack, there comes another power supply with it. Most people I know who have knowledge of electrics and electronics tend to prefer a permanently installed busboard. Now, why is that? While flying busboards can be a convenient and often cheaper option for powering your rack modules, and can be a good choice for smaller systems, there are a few downsides to consider. The first one is higher resistance. Flying busboard cables generally have higher resistance compared to permanently installed busboards. This means that varying current draw from your modules can lead to voltage fluctuations, which can manifest as audible noise, bleed through between modules, and even tuning instability. The second one is crosstalk. The parallel wires in a flying bus cable are more susceptible to electromagnetic interference and crosstalk. This can lead to unwanted noise or signals bleeding into other modules. The third one is ground issues. High impedance can lead to discrepancies in the 0-volt ground reference between different modules. This can cause ground loops and further noise. The fourth one, very important in my eyes, is a less stable power distribution. Permanently installed busboards are designed to provide a more stable and consistent voltage distribution across all modules. They typically have better grounding and thicker traces, which minimize voltage sag under load. Flying bus cables, with their thinner wires and less robust connections, are less efficient at delivering consistent power, especially to modules with higher current draw or those placed further down the chain. Alright, those were the technical aspects, but there are other points to consider when choosing a flying busboard. As the name suggests, flying bus cables can be quite messy inside a Eurorack case. They can tangle, obstruct airflow, and make it harder to access other components or reconfigure your modules. Permanently installed busboards offer a cleaner, more organized power distribution solution. The connections on flying bus cables can be less robust than those on permanently installed busboards. Over time, repeated plugging and unplugging, or even movement within the case, can lead to degraded connections. So, if you're building a serious Eurorack system, especially a larger one, I would definitely go with a case with permanently installed busboards. While fine for small systems, flying bus cables can become problematic as you add more modules. The noise issues can worsen with more modules, and managing the increasing number of dangling cables can be a headache. A case I have made good experiences with is the Tip-Top Audio Mantis case. It brings enough power and a lot of connectors, and you can even expand it. Up to 3 enclosures can be connected together with the optional bracket. Though each case still needs his own external power supply, but I don't think that's big of a deal. And of course, there are many other cases available from different manufacturers. And now I would like to know what your rack case are you using, and how do you like your case? Let me know in the comments. If you enjoy my videos, you would make me very happy if you leave a like and become a subscriber. Thank you for supporting small channels, it really means a lot. Don't forget to check out my Instagram page for even more modular synths and Eurorack modules. Thank you for watching. Have a great day, evening or night, and see you next time on the